In 1888, London's fog served as a backdrop for a series of chilling tales, but none so haunting as the tale of the Dismembered Man of the Thames. Amidst the infamous Jack the Ripper cases, this particular mystery gripped the city with a visceral fear. It wasn't just the gruesomeness of the discovery, a torso, cleanly severed and bobbing in the murky waters, but the baffling absence of any other remains. This narrative isn't just a recount of a grotesque finding. It's a dive into the dark waters of human nature and mystery, exploring what compels us to look deeper when we're most repelled. John, a seasoned fisherman, experienced a shock unlike any before on a cold September dawn. His net, usually brimming with the river's bounty, this time revealed a horrifying catch, a human torso. The sight was ghastly and unsettling, even to a man familiar with the harsh realities of the Thames. The news spread rapidly, igniting a frenzy across London. The police were summoned, marking the start of a baffling investigation. The foggy backdrop of the river only added to the macabre scene, setting a chilling stage for this gruesome mystery. The discovery not only shook John but also the entire city, which was already on edge due to the Ripper's terror. The Thames, with its dark, swirling currents, seemed to hold secrets far more sinister than anyone could have imagined. The police were quick to the scene, their minds racing with possibilities. Could this be linked to the notorious Jack the Ripper, or was this a separate horror altogether? Initial investigations focused on combing the river for more remains, a task that proved fruitless and frustrating. The limitations of the era's forensic technology hampered the police. Without the tools to conduct detailed analyses or DNA testing, the investigation relied heavily on manual searches and basic detective work. Each day that passed without a clue added to the growing despair. The case was compared with others from the same period, but the lack of the victim's remaining parts and any identifying marks made this case particularly perplexing. It stood as a stark, grim puzzle amidst a city already cloaked in mystery and fear. The press leapt on the story, each headline more sensational than the last. "Mystery of the severed torso," screamed one newspaper, while another speculated wildly about the identity and fate of the unfortunate soul. London was abuzz with theories and morbid curiosity. Amidst this media storm, the citizens of London felt a mix of fascination and terror. The Ripper's shadow loomed large, and this new mystery only deepened the general unease. Conversations were laced with fear and speculation, as the public grappled with the possibility of another lurking menace. The case became a fixture in the collective imagination of the city, a disturbing tale that echoed through the streets and taverns, stirring up the darkest fears of the populace. The line between fact and fiction blurred as the saga unfolded in the public eye. The police painstakingly sifted through reports of missing persons, hoping for a match that could lead them closer to identifying the torso. Each potential lead ended in disappointment, as no missing person seemed to fit the grim discovery perfectly. The lack of the rest of the body severely complicated these efforts. Forensic science of the time couldn't reveal much from just a torso, and without a head, facial recognition was impossible. This lack of identity only added to the intrigue and horror surrounding the case. The possibility that this victim might forever remain nameless haunted both the investigators and the public. It underscored the cruel reality of the era, a time when many lives could slip through the cracks of a rapidly expanding, often indifferent city. Speculation was rife regarding the identity and motive behind the perpetrator. A popular theory posited a rogue surgeon, skilled enough to perform such precise cuts. This chilling prospect that a medical professional could be involved added a layer of betrayal to the horror. Another theory suggested a calculated hit by a professional assassin, a person skilled in the art of killing and disappearing without a trace. The clean nature of the dismemberment suggested someone who knew exactly what they were doing, adding an ominous undertone to the investigation. Lastly, whispers of supernatural explanations circulated, feeding off the Victorian fascination with the occult. These tales spoke of river spirits or cursed entities. Though less considered by law enforcement, they permeated the public consciousness, adding a mythical layer to the unfolding drama. At the time, forensic capabilities were primitive by today's standards. Investigators relied on basic autopsy techniques and the limited knowledge of human anatomy. The precise cut of the torso suggested a blade of exceptional sharpness and a hand skilled in its use. Modern forensic experts, when reviewing the case, have speculated that with today's technology, such as DNA profiling and advanced forensic pathology, the mystery might not have remained unsolved. This gap between past and present capabilities highlights the evolution of criminal science. The lack of other body parts severely limited the scope of forensic examination, making it impossible to determine the cause of death or defend against post-mortem damage. This lack of evidence left more questions than answers, a frustrating dead end for all involved. The Dismembered Man of the Thames left an indelible mark on Victorian London's psyche. The case seeped into literature and popular culture, influencing tales of horror and mystery that mirrored the society's deepest fears. Authors of the time, like Arthur Conan Doyle, might have drawn inspiration from such real-life horrors, weaving similar elements into their fictional worlds. The public's fascination with such gruesome tales reflected a society grappling with rapid changes and an underlying fear of the unknown. This morbid curiosity about violent crime, especially unsolved ones, revealed a complex interplay between fear and attraction, a dynamic that continues to influence the consumption of true crime stories today. The case became a dark tapestry against which the societal anxieties of the era were projected. The nature of the crime, dismemberment, carries deep psychological implications. Experts suggest such acts could signify a desire to dehumanize the victim or exert ultimate control over them. The brutality of the act itself could reflect deep-seated rage or a profound disconnection from societal norms. Psychologists posit that the perpetrator might have experienced a psychological breakdown, leading to such extreme behavior. Alternatively, this could have been a cold, calculated act by someone with a clinical approach to murder, perhaps mirroring the speculated surgical skills. Understanding the mind of such an individual is fraught with challenges, especially without direct evidence or testimony. Yet exploring these angles provides insights into the darker corridors of human psychology, offering explanations, though not excuses, for such chilling behavior. Throughout history, there have been numerous cases of dismemberment, each disturbing yet enlightening in its forensic context. Comparisons can be drawn to the Cleveland torso murders of the 1930s, where similar precision and brutality were evident. Such comparative studies underscore common forensic challenges and investigative strategies. They also highlight differences, such as the advancements in forensic technology that have sometimes led to breakthroughs in more recent cases. These comparative analyses not only deepen our understanding of criminal patterns, but also enhance forensic methodologies, contributing to more effective resolutions in future investigations. The investigation into the Thames Mystery was marred by several failures. Primary among these was the inability to secure the crime scene effectively, the Thames itself. The flowing river could have carried away critical evidence, leaving the police with scant material to work with. The lack of forensic technology at the time also meant that potential clues that could have been gleaned from the torso were lost. Modern techniques like blood pattern analysis, DNA testing, and advanced decomposition studies could have provided invaluable insights. Reflecting on these investigative shortcomings not only highlights the limitations of the time, but also serves as a learning point for current and future law enforcement, emphasizing the importance of rapid response and the application of scientific methods in criminal investigations. The Thames played a dual role in this mystery, both as a crime scene and as a silent witness to countless untold stories. Its murky waters hid the evidence that could have led to a resolution, swallowing clues just as it had swallowed countless other secrets over centuries. Historically, the Thames has been a site for both commerce and crime, reflecting the duality of London itself, a city of stark contrast between wealth and poverty, law and lawlessness. This river, with its dark and tumultuous history, was the perfect setting for such a grim tale. The role of the Thames in this case is emblematic of the broader environmental factors, that often affect criminal investigations. It serves as a reminder of how natural and urban environments can shape the dynamics of crime and its resolution. Today, with the advent of advanced forensic technologies, cases like the Thames Mystery are less likely to remain unsolved. DNA profiling, enhanced forensic pathology, and digital surveillance have revolutionized criminal investigations, offering clarity where there once was only confusion. The enduring interest in historical mysteries like this reflects a societal desire to solve the unsolvable and understand the unknown. It also highlights the evolution of investigative techniques and the continuous improvement of judicial processes. This case's relevance persists not only in forensic circles, but also in popular culture, reminding us of the timeless human fascination with mystery and the macabre, and the constant quest for truth in the face of darkness. Despite extensive investigations and rampant public speculation, many questions about the Thames Mystery remain unanswered. Who was the Dismembered Man? What was the motive for such a brutal act? Who could execute such a precise dismemberment? These unanswered questions contribute to the mythos of the case, offering endless fodder for speculation and artistic interpretation. The lack of closure provides a blank canvas for each person to paint their theories, reflecting broader existential questions about the nature of evil and the limits of human understanding. The mystery, therefore, continues to captivate and horrify, serving as a dark mirror reflecting our own fears and curiosities about the unknown and the unknowable. The Thames Mystery, with its chilling details and lack of resolution, leaves a legacy as murky and compelling as the river at its heart. It serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the complexity of human nature, residing in the shadowy depths of our collective consciousness. This unresolved mystery teaches us about the limitations of the justice system of the past and the advances we have made since. It also underscores the enduring human fascination with the macabre and the mysterious, a fascination that drives us to seek answers, even when they elude us. As the fog of time rolls over the waters of the Thames, the legacy of the Dismembered Man continues to haunt the imagination of all who are drawn to the dark tales of history. It remains a poignant reminder of the mysteries that may forever lie just beneath the surface, waiting in the silent depths.